Hey everyone. A lot of things going around lately about the Destiny Forsaken DLC, what people think of it, the pricing and everything, the annual pass, which I will give my thoughts on this. It's been a while since my last Destiny video, mainly because I just haven't had anything to say that hasn't been said already, and I'm sure there's some things I'm going to say in this that have been said already. Um, Destiny 2 Forsaken, while promising, it does look interesting, I won't lie. Um, I've said many times over, them showing off flamboyantly how they're killing Cade just seems like they're desperate to try to sell this. That's the feeling I get about this DLC. And many people are positive about it. I mean, obviously, Gambit, you got the new space coming in, new raid that's not on the Leviathan, a lot of stuff that we've wanted are coming. But as far as the stuff that's coming, and I have to agree with quite a few, be it from IGN, Game Informer, quite a few other places, Bungie choosing this particular time to release Forsaken around September against stiff competition, especially Spider-Man called, numerous titles, that have a lot of traction. A lot of people are dying to play, and they're releasing it around that same time as just a blatant gamble. I mean, I just don't know any other way how to describe that. You are betting that people are going to choose this DLC after the disappointment of Curse of Osiris and Warmind. While it was okay, and I will say this, I reinstalled Destiny. I played Warmind as I had already paid for it to obviously get my money's worth because I couldn't get a refund on it. So I stuck to my word for, as much as I said. I said I was doubtful I would ever reinstall it, but I did, and I have. And Warmind, it was literally a one and done thing. I was not enticed to do any of the special quests. I mean, I opened some of that, those little triangle casket things, but I heard what the rewards were. I saw what they were, even before that, and I was not enticed to do that. I mean, Warmind had a serious problem, and this is one of the critiques I've seen quite around. It had a serious problem of rewarding players for time spent, and I'd have to concur. And it just, it was okay. It wasn't great. And I've also heard from many people that it did not reinvigorate the audience as much as Bungie hoped it might. And somewhat they acknowledged that, even before Warmind came out. They acknowledged that it was not going to fix some of the problems. So I will say that. But Forsaken already had a steep hill to conquer, and again, it looked interesting and everything else, but I think Bungie should have just tried to focus on selling Forsaken, and then waited until people played it and it was a roaring success before they announced that annual pass. That was just another dumb move. You already have a hard enough task trying to sell the Forsaken DLC, and I will say this, I have not pre-ordered it. I'm not buying it until reviews come out and they all unanimously say, or at least to a decent degree, that it was a knockout of the park. I will not buy Forsaken until it says that. My focus is going towards Spider-Man. That game has my attention. It looks great. That is the one I'm giving my money to on release day. So there's my stance on that. But a lot of people have had contentions with them announcing that bundled with the Forsaken DLC, and you can buy it separately. I want to say that it is known you can buy Forsaken separately. But the problem is, and even IGN, Game Informer, they've agreed that Bungie's asking way too much on prices. I mean, I don't want to pay $40 for the Forsaken DLC, because I have no faith. After 2 horrible DLCs, forgettable DLCs, I have no faith. You can hype it up all you want, and they did that with so many other DLCs. Curse of Osiris, Warmind, House of Wolves, Dark Below. And while some of those had better track records as far as pleasing people, they were somewhat overhyped. They were. I know, that's how it was. And I don't trust that. And a lot of people don't. You can look at a lot of the online comments. And not just one place. I've seen a lot in Game Informer's comments, IGN's comments, even on Bungie's own post people in the comments. People are saying, it seems to be quite a good degree, they're not pre-ordering this. They're waiting till reviews come out before they pay any more money. And one thing is, a lot of people are saying they're not going to buy it. And, who knows if that's really true or not. But considering how many people have left Destiny, some still to this day have not returned, my own clan being among them, they're all done. They want nothing to do with this. They've all moved on to other games, Monster Hunter World, mixture of other things. I bought a PS4 and moved on to God of War, which I'm thoroughly enjoying. But I just don't. I do think, and people can agree or disagree with this, and while Destiny will not die, it may just be stuck in the rut that it's in with just a minority player base and not the mass numbers it once had. I do think Forsaken is the last chance. I really do. Because, as I said, them holding all the weapon slot changes and everything to the actual release date of that DLC is just a terrible move. I've lost count now how many bad moves Bungie's made over the course of a year with Destiny 2. I just don't know. And I'll say this. I have the new Game Informer. Exclusive coverage of the Destiny Forsaken DLC. Even their person who got hands-on time with it, and in-depth, pretty good if you read it, he says he's skeptical. In his words, I will quote. He says it flat out. If this DLC does not work 100% out of the gate on launch day, that's it. That Bungie's lost. And I'd have to agree with him. And what's more frustrating, as I'm on the subject of that issue, is they interviewed Christopher Barrett, and they asked him flat out about the game's criticisms, and I'll read it for you. I'll tell you exactly his exact quote, so you can see it. With Destiny 2, were there things surprised you and the team in terms of criticisms leveled at the game? We were a little surprised that the game didn't have as much staying power as far as the end game and the long tail. Surprised? I don't believe that at all. I don't. And you can read the rest of that interview in the Game Informer article and online. It's on there. That whole interview is nothing but PR spin. I don't buy one word of it. I don't. And it didn't seem like the guy from Game Informer did either. So, I want Forsaken to be good. I want Destiny to come back. Please do not mistake that. That's going around so much now. People who give criticism to Destiny are getting criticized on YouTube and whatever. But what else is there to say? Yes, there have been some good things, but they've been severely overshadowed by how much bad there is. It outweighs it. I don't know what else to say. I hope Forsaken is good. I really do. But how many people they've turned off with the annual pass, asking for more money. Already it's overpriced. Same with Forsaken. They're asking way too much money. I've said it in my other video. Bungie's greed is just going to kill this game. I mean, it's going to ruin it. I'll rephrase that. It won't kill it, but it will ruin it. I really do. So in closing, I want Forsaken to be good, but I do concur. I think it's really their last chance, at least to retain a mass audience instead of a minority. And it better knock it out of the park. That's all I'm gonna say. I hope it does. I want it to, but I'm not 100% faithful in that. Hence why I'm not pre-ordering it. I'm waiting till the reviews. And I would suggest anyone does the same. But again, I won't tell you how to spend your money. If it looks good to you, more power to you. By all means, go for it. But again, they've just overhyped this. I'll go into the list of reasons why I'm not going to do it in closing. It's overhyped, number one. Number two, the desperation of them showing off what would be a major plot point in that DLC if they hadn't announced it, if they hadn't shown it, of killing Cade 6 to try to promote that, to try to sell it to people. That tells me they're desperate. They know. I would have to imagine they know that. Third, the price. I'm not paying that. It's too much. I'm waiting till the price goes down, and again, the reviews all say this DLC was a knockout of the park. I am holding to that. Four, I have not really. I've seen. All the stuff has been interesting. The Gambit mode does look interesting, for sure, but I have not necessarily been excited. Even with the overhype on this, none of the promos, none of the gameplay footage, none of that has really gotten me excited. Or given me the urge to play Destiny 2. And I'll be honest with you, I haven't played since probably March. It's probably March, April, something like that. One of the Iron Banners, one of the last ones. And even then, it was just because I had nothing else. So, Bungie, again, if you don't deliver with this DLC, don't knock it out of the park. Don't and don't give fans an awesome experience like we know you can. It's over. It's over for you ever trying to regain the mass numbers that you had. That's just my thoughts on it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I hope everyone has an awesome week. Peace.